you. It is so good to have all of you back again. And I am extremely, super excited to bring to you yet another wonderful and amazing woman, of course. As you guys have already seen, if you haven't, you have to make sure you go and look. These women are undeniably amazing. Undeniably amazing. Beautiful inside and out. Changing this world for the better. And yet again, I had to bring you someone else that absolutely fits the bill. Someone that I have had an opportunity to learn with, to grow with, to spend time with. I mean, hours upon hours, where I get a chance to talk. I got a chance to learn about. I got a chance to pray with. I got a chance to listen to, sing with, eat with, have a ball with. Okay, I had to introduce you to my next amazing guest. And I am pleased as punch and just overly pleasured to welcome Miss Christiana Fowler-Bates. Hello, my darling.
Hello, hello. I'm so grateful and glad and blessed and honored to be here. I was actually just amazed. You were like, hey, I want to interview. I was like, well, okay. I mean, I'm out here.
Girl, let me tell you, what people don't realize is just how awesome I think that you are. So I believe that I'm introducing you to some and reminding others just about the beauty and the creative, interesting personality that you have that allows people to keep moving forward, right?
Mhm.
That allows people to grow. So tell us a little bit about you.
Okay. Well, I am a wife and a mother of 3 boys. I'm a boy mom. Sometimes it feels like a frat house, but the Lord made me for it. And so it's working out for me. I went to Anderson University. It was a Christian college. I am saved. The highest title I believe that any person can ever have is a child of God. And so I'm very grateful that I came from a family that taught me about Jesus and salvation, as well as about excellence, about education, and about what it means to be a woman in this world, what it means to be Black in this world, what it means to be a world changer. And so I'm just grateful to be here. God just dropped me in a really great place to do some things and make some moves. And so my goal is to be a life completely poured out, using all of my skills, all of my abilities. And so that has translated into me working with Ohio State Extension for the last 3.5 years, teaching nutrition education, as well as doing children's ministry for I don't know how many years now. I sing with them, I speak with them, I teach with them, do crafts with them, and I just love it. It gives me life. It's amazing how being who God created you to be just gives you life and gives you energy that you can't get anywhere else, So I'm so grateful.
Ma'am. Okay, so we're gonna pick this apart a little bit. Cause did y'all see how she just flew? She just ran through that. It just rolled off her tongue. Y'all see she speaks, right? Y'all see it? Is it just me? Y'all know y'all see it. So she not only just mentioned that she is saved. Girl, yes. Thank you, Jesus. Lamb book written, your name written in the Lamb's book of life.
Mm-hmm.
But also able to share and be a disciple, because y'all, that's what she just did. She just shared. So you know where to reach out to. Then she had the nerve to drop on us that she has become and been doing for what, the last 3 years, right?
3 years, 3.5 years.
You, excuse me, ma'am, the Ohio State University.
Mm-hmm.
You educate at the Ohio State University. We just gonna lay that right there.
It was a blessing and a miracle of God. Let me tell you, it was a blessing and a miracle of God. Someone else got a job there and they said, Christy, I think you belong here. I was teaching early childhood education. I've been teaching since I was 19 and I'm 35 now. So it's been a minute. But a friend of mine that knew me, knew the situation I was teaching in, and said, Christy, this is you. She invited me in and I got the job. Honestly, I thought I wasn't qualified. And they were like, oh, yes, come on in. And I said, okay, open door, Lord. I'll just walk right in there. And it's been 3.5 years.
That'll preach. I thought I wasn't qualified.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I wasn't qualified. But by the grace of God, here am I. Here are we.
Yes.
Ma'am.
God qualifies. God says yes.
Come on now. Working with children, that's my heart. I love that. You guys all know
Mhm.
I'm about birthing destiny. I'm about working with families. I'm about
Mhm.
my platform when I do pageants and things. That's what it's all about, decreasing infant and maternal mortality and
Yeah.
increasing family vitality. We
Mhm.
need to work together to build families, right? And so
Absolutely.
it's wonderful to see what you are doing with your family. That's a beautiful segue. Like, you are an amazing mother. You are an amazing mother. And I am extremely excited to know you, because watching you and what you do as a wife and a mother, hearing
Mhm.
the stories of how you get to play with your kids and bless your family, seeing you sanctify that time yourself, taking the
Mhm.
time away to be with your family, taking the time away to minister to yourself, to get that
Mhm.
quiet time in that you need to
Yeah.
be able to encourage yourself, enrich yourself, and then be able to give out of the fullness that God has provided for you in your
Mhm.
life. That's awesome and that's amazing, right? So,
Yeah.
talk to us a little bit about how you take time for yourself. Talk to us just a little bit
Mhm.
about
Well, first of all, let me tell you, wellness is my soapbox and my ministry. I actually have a business, FM Wellness. And the Lord really gave this to me, that whatever you're going to do, you need your body to do it, you need your mind to do it, you need your spirit to do it. And so, wellness is not an option, it is a necessity. And so, I really started asking the Lord, like, how do we be well? Because scripture says, Paul was speaking to some of his disciples and things that he'd worked with. And he said, I wish that you would be well and prosper, even as your soul prospers. So that tells me that it's important for our soul to prosper. And it is important for us in this body and in this life to prosper as well. And so I was like, Lord, how do we do that? And so he gave me FM Wellness. I've always been the health nut in my family. And so it starts with me. And for me, that starts with documenting myself, not letting things in my life slide and be like, oh, that's just how it is or whatever. It starts with assessing my situation. And so the Lord gave me a sort of journal where I can assess what's going on. What are my thoughts today? What are my feelings today? What did I eat today? How did I move today? Who did I interact with today? To really help me assess what's going on in my life so that if something goes sideways, I can identify what was happening around that by looking back at my process and journal. And I said, Lord, one of the other things that I was really sick of was the people of God being sick and dying of things that were preventable. My mother was born with a sort of blood illness where she's actually missing a whole nutrient in her blood and her body doesn't process things well. And so I saw her struggling through sickness. And I remember my grandmother telling her something, and my mother told me, she said, don't get sick. Don't do it because it will weigh on everything else that you have to do. So, wellness is definitely my soapbox. And so, for me, I take at least 2 days out of the month, I take days off. And those days are for prayer. Those days are for family. Those days are for taking care of my home. Because if I'm out here in the world doing everything and then I come home and my house is a wreck and I don't know my kids and me and my husband aren't getting along, something is out of balance there. And I don't believe that the Lord would have me be out of order like that. So twice a month, whether I'm sick or not, I take personal days to assess what's going on in my house, spend more time with my kids, take care of things that I might have missed, and take care of me. Just spend some time just with God, just praying and just talking. I spend all day with God. When people talk about praying without ceasing, I talk with God out loud throughout my day. People might hear our whole conversation, just like they would hear you and your friend talking going down the street. They hear me talking to the Lord because the Lord is my friend and he is with me. Emmanuel, God is with me. And so I go through that. But sometimes I just need to sit down and be quiet because I talk. That's what I do. That's my gifting is speaking and teaching and communication. But sometimes I just need to get quiet and say, Lord, what do you have to say right here? Because I could be so busy talking to God that he can't even get a word in edgewise. And so I take that time a couple times a month to get quiet and to assess and to look around and to just pray, and it really does help me. And I'm really pushing myself to spend 5 minutes a day in the morning, 5 minutes a day in the afternoon, and 5 minutes a day in the evening, just assessing and saying, Lord, how's it going right now? What am I seeing? What am I missing? To really stop any attacks of the enemy or just my mind on my day. And so I take those times, the 5 minutes, and you can do it during meal times. Just take 5 minutes and assess how's it going right now? How can I make this better? What thoughts do I need to take captive in order to maximize the rest of my day? So that stuff is really important for me, as well as eating well, eating healthy, and eating food that tastes good. I tell people I have 4 qualifications for food. It's got to be affordable, it's got to be delicious, it's got to be healthy, and it's got to be something that I can make at home. If I can make it at home, I can make it delicious, I can control salt and sugar content. It's really important that we be careful what we put into our bodies, because we can't use our energy properly if we don't energize ourselves first. Food is more than fuel, but it is definitely fuel. And so in order to take care of my body, I got to make sure that I'm eating well. I got to make sure that I'm drinking water. I have to make sure that I'm moving a little bit, getting some fresh air and breathing. So all of those things are important. And I really assess those things, those 2 times a month where I just take days off and I get up when my body tells me to get up. And then I just slowly start assessing how my body's feeling, how my mind is feeling, what's going on with my food, what's going on with my family. So that's something that I do. And I said a lot right there. I just said a lot.
That was beautiful. Okay, y'all. So you not only got to meet an amazing woman, but now you found out a way to connect with her through her business. And she's giving you practical tips to apply to your life. I don't know about you, but I'm about to use these tips. Okay. I love this. Okay, so we have journaling. That's keeping track of who you are, looking at your emotions, right? Looking at what you're eating, looking at how you're moving. That all is important. It all plays into who you are. Writing down your scriptures for the day. All of that plays into who you are. Then she's talking about taking specific time out to spend with God throughout the day, and then being intentional.
Do it on purpose.
Be intentional with the things that you do. All of this she's talking about is intentionality, right? The day doesn't just happen to you. What you eat doesn't just happen to you. Your spiritual and quiet time doesn't just happen to you. You choose these things. You choose the life that you have. You choose how you allow the day to impact you. If you allow the day to be guided by the Lord, if you're really asking, God, where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do? Who do you want me to talk to? Like, we have the choice, right? We've been given free will, and we have the choice for all of those things. So I encourage you to use all of the tips that she just shared. Get that at least 5 minutes in a day where you're talking to God, right? People oftentimes make prayer to be something that's very aloof, something that's difficult to be tangible, right? And it doesn't have to be that. It's just like she said, it's a conversation. Yes, he is the creator of all. Yes, he is Lord God Almighty, but he literally wants to hear from you. He literally wants to know how you feel, what's going on with the day. And guess what? Unlike some of us who have met people that are difficult having that time to take in all of your emotions. They have difficulty with that. God is like, bring it on to me. I want 100% of it. Your anger, you being mad about stuff, you being sad about things, you being extremely happy. You know how sometimes you can't find those friends that are happy, like you happy about something? God is like, I'm right here. Just come let me know. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's talk together.
Right. If you take God as your best friend, take God as your best friend. Talk to him like you would talk to your best friend. When something pops off and you call that person real quick, like, girl, I can't believe this is happening. I need you to talk me down. You talk to God like that. Because he has called his disciples friend. He can handle it. We don't surprise God with anything. And some of these people we're going to, they are totally shocked. They got that game face on because they love you. But they're like, OMG, they just said what? But when you talk to him like a best friend.
Like a best friend. That is you are giving such amazing analogies. You're giving such amazing analogies and ways for us to practically connect. You guys, I love that. You know I love practicality. So you done just made my day. So now I have some very practical things and steps that I can follow to apply what you are sharing, the wisdom, the growth, the nutrition, the knowledge, because you are really feeding us. Like you are giving us nutrition in multiple areas right now. And I appreciate that. I extremely appreciate that. So thank you, Christy, so much for coming on here today and sharing. Oh, and I can't go away without saying, guys, connect with her. So how can they connect with you and keep in contact and learn more from you?
I am definitely on Facebook, Christiana Fowler-Bates, or if you want to go on my more business sort of wellness page, you can go to Faith Workouts. So every now and then I'll pop on and just have a faith workout where we just do worship music, inspirational music, and we just move our bodies. And it is a mix between a workout and a praise dance, which is awesome. So I'm getting ready to do some in person. I've been doing them online, pandemic and all of that. But if you go on Faith Workouts on Facebook, you can find me there, or you can just look up my name, Christiana Fowler-Bates. I am a certified personal trainer. I'm finishing up my nutritionist certification. And if you see Ohio State Extension in Cuyahoga County, that's me. That's me, where I teach nutrition education for free to SNAP eligible people who would qualify for food assistance for preschool all the way up to senior adults. So if you want something like that, you can contact me at fowler-bates.1 at osu.edu and connect that way to get free nutrition education.
Yes, yes. Oh, y'all, I'm excited. She about to do some in-person, some lives. Oh, I'm excited. That is news to me. I'm super excited about that. So listen, all that information is going to be below. Put your favorite workout emoji below, or your favorite nutritional item to eat. Put that emoji below. We want to connect with you. We want to know. So follow these links. Catch up with her online. Don't miss out. And look, when you join one of her live stream classes or you're in with her, put in there a hashtag for us today. Christiana, what do you want people to hashtag when they come in, when they to let them know that they came from here and they heard you here? What hashtag would you like for us to use?
Okay, so let's do hashtag faith workout. Okay.
Sounds good to me. So you guys make sure you're putting in their hashtag faith workout when you connect with her online, whether it's on social media or on her platform, so that she knows that you got a chance to hang out with us here and learn about her with us here. Christiana, thank you so much for taking time out of your day and sharing with us today. You are absolutely an amazing woman, and we are so honored to have had an opportunity to spend time with you and to see what God is doing through such an amazing vessel such as yourself. Thank you, my dear, for sharing. We appreciate you.
I'm so grateful to know you.
Thank you, love. Have an amazing day, guys. Grow, 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 and be nutritious. She's giving you the steps and tips. She has given it to you today. Bye, guys.